today on EA Sports. It's Week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals taking on Sam Darnold and the Carolina Panthers.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Carolina Panthers and the Cincinnati Bengals. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. And that's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot, C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look that up later. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. There's a nice move. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Working with a 2nd and 3. Now it's Burrow. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 20-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right.
Here we go. 180. Nice up. He's 11.
First down. Here's Burrow. And he comes back with one complete. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2. And despite injuries like these, Charles, with these guys missing, they've been able to keep that pursuit of perfection alive so far.
That just shows the depth that they have on the roster and the guys who are serious about being ready when their number is called. Someone goes down, someone jumps in, and they don't skip a beat. I think this team has a bunch of those guys, and some of them will be called on again this week.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Again, it's Mixon. Dances by him. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 42 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Bengals go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 33. And he spins through. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Wow, incredible.
Miss.
And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. Mixon is into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. It's not too often that you say, hey, this one's going to be over by halftime. And, CD, I know our bosses probably don't want us to say that because they don't want people clicking away, but this one might be over by halftime.
And since you've already put your job on the line by actually saying it, I will co-sign and go with you because you're my partner. We don't mean to do it, but this game has been exactly as you've described. I see no hope for them going forward.
Here we go. 180.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. So, Charles, you look at this offense, and really on paper, at least, a great situation for them upcoming. They're unbeaten on the year, an open week coming up after this. So I guess my question, any worry that maybe this is coming at the wrong time?
Oh, definitely I would be worried about this game, maybe more than any other on the schedule, because I know my guys are looking ahead to that open week. I've got to keep them focused on the task ahead, make sure they take care of business in this one. Otherwise, you're talking about a double trap. The trap of losing the game and then having the open week and having to stew about it.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL. We are officially into the second half of the season. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. And it is the Chargers who have the lead in that one. The Chargers trying to finish that one off and claim victory. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And it's the visiting Minnesota Vikings who are out in front. 2 touchdown passes for Kirk Cousins there. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City. See what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And in that one, it's the visiting Dolphins who are out in front. Cedric Wilson, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race. Very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, let's get it back to our commentating team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is fielded at the 27. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. Gets past one man. 78 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Back to Mixon on second down. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And some room to maneuver. Shoves him aside. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Almost unstoppable on the ground there as that one is good for 39. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And now they will throw it with Burrow. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A terrific return, 30 yards all in all, and the Bengals will take over in terrific field position.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Burrow looking to pass. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
So they'll get the yardage on the run and get 15 more for good measure.
Yeah, that wasn't too difficult to spot. You heard the sideline erupting, and the flags came out almost immediately.
So the face mask moves him closer, and now 1st and goal. Mixing up the middle. And he pulls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown.
Joe Mixon,
an 8-yard touchdown run.
and the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. You talk about certain guys just having a nose for the end zone. He's one of them, and he was not going to be denied there.
And defensively, especially in the red zone, you've got to be able to at least slow him down and hold on for dear life. But he's able to get out of a couple of tackles there, and not enough people got there in time. Pretty poor on that defensive side of the ball.
Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2.
A nice Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back.
And out will come the offense as they take over. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the third quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll power his way up near the 25. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Burrow will throw. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
He'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Bengals on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having.
Here's Johnny Hecker now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. He'll look to set up his blockers. 21 yards. Well done on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Here we go. Here we go. 11 empty. 11 empty.
Throwing now. Burrow on 1st down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row. 1st down.
Big 13. Big 13.
Now it's Burrow. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Inside handoff to Mixon. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
168 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Here we go. Right 80. Right side. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Over the middle, it's complete. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's second and goal.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Second down and goal. Burrow. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Another touchdown here in the fourth quarter, and Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams, and that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
This game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you and I do so many games together. There's so much parity in the NFL, a lot of close battles. This was not one. Tip your cap to them for a really impressive effort.
Yeah, and you know, as the game went on, I think the defense kind of got together and said, you see our guys on offense, they're just putting up point after point. We need to leave our mark somehow, too, and they did it, pitching a second-half shutout.
So for Cincinnati, the train just keeps rolling. 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.